Hey everybody, it's Matt from You and Your Horror Movies, and welcome to another random review for you. This time I'm reviewing a new film. It's actually it came out a couple weeks ago, I think it was. It's a limited edition too, which is kind of neat, and brought out by Brink Vision. I never heard of the company before, but it's a really cool film. It is called Lake No. Fingers away. Lake Nowhere. This is a very throwback to the 1970s, 1980s slasher film. Now, what is cool about this film, it's pretty much like if you find a old VHS and you're going through and you're watching this old VHS movie. It's got some fake trailers, which I hope they do a movie for Harvest Man because that looked pretty awesome. It's got some fake commercials, and then it goes into the movie. There are some times where you see the tracking, and there's also looks like maybe a home video, like the movie was being taped over a home video. So you're pretty much you're finding this VHS out of nowhere, and it's supposed to be like an old bootleg type style, and done in a grindhouse type way too, which is really cool. So pretty much you have about I think it was six to eight friends who find a cabin near the water and decide to have a party and get together, drink, smoke weed, fuck, all that kind of stuff. Well, of course, there's someone or something near this lake, this really big ass monster dude, and pretty much he takes them out one at a time. But there's also something twisted about the lake as well. Because one guy, he goes swimming in this lake, he comes back very different, which is pretty weird, but it somehow explains it near the end. So you got a lot of weird supernatural horror going on as well in this weird supernatural slasher. Uh, so now, of course, you're trying to figure out how these people are going to escape this gigantic dude who is pretty much tall, bulky, almost like a Jason esque type character. And yeah, that's pretty much the synopsis of this little film. Now, I mean little is because this movie was fantastically done. My big gripe, it's only 51 minutes. Yes, let's see here. It's very hard to see at the bottom of the Blu-ray there, but it's 51 minutes long. That's including the fake trailers and including the fake commercial. So they could add a little more to the movie, more in depth maybe on the character. Like you don't know who your final girl is; it's just all of them together. But that was pretty neat. I wish they did a little more history on the lake and why it has this weird supernatural power. But again, you kind of figured out some of the things out. But again, it's also 51 minutes. Some of the kills were pretty cool. Got some good gore to it. It's got some nudity, some boobage. So you got some of that. Even a couple dick scenes. But anyway, it's actually a really good slasher film. The kills are really well done. The character that is the big killer, like I said, he almost got this Jason-esque look. He's got a weird wooden plank face on his head, and he's very bulky. He's got like seaweed and other plant stuff that's growing near him. Now, again, this is like the third movie I know of that has the weird wooden face. Like there was the movie Cub. Next, which is coming out, is called Plank Face. It's got that wooden face mask, and I know of this one too. Has a wooden face mask. So they're now this whole thing is wooden face masks. But anyway, this was again. The kills were good. So the party games were pretty funny. They even played a old card game that I used to play in college called Egyptian Rat Screw, which I thought was hysterical because I used to love playing that in college. Some of their cool things were going on. Again, okay, for special features, it has behind the scenes featurette, which is pretty neat because you show like where they're doing the casting. There's some bloopers in with it as well when they're working together. That's pretty neat. Cast and crew commentaries, and it says Harvest Man teasers, and that's the fake trailer that you see. The fake trailer is pretty cool. It's pretty much a slime residue that gets in the water supply. The guy that owns this farm has been drinking the water, giving it to his animals, giving it to his crops. Well, Yeah, I won't get much in that because I want you guys to check that little fake teaser. So if this company does well, I hope they put out that movie. That would be sick. Now this is also a DVD combo. So you got a Blu-ray, and the Blu-ray's still in my player, but there's a DVD right there. There's your crew. So yeah, out of a possible 10, I would give this one an 8. I would give this even higher if it was longer. Since it wasn't, it gets an 8. But still fun watch. Definitely if you're into slasher films, if you love the grindhouse type style, if you love, old 70s, 80s slashers, this is a definitely must. Again, it's kind of cool with all the weird tracking going on, so if you're not used to that, it's pretty cool. Especially back in the VHS days where you have the VHS going on, which is awesome. So yeah, guys, check out Brink Vision's Lake Nowhere. A lot of fun. Have a good one.